All right, guys, pop quiz time. Pop quiz. We have a country on this planet, apparently the wealthiest country on Earth. So this country is apparently worth about $24 trillion. It's the size of roughly Western Europe. It's got I think not too many natural resources, but we know coltan, right? It's used in all these electronic gadgets or these cars, mobile phones. Can anybody guess what that country is? Because that, I think for me, that was the last country that would have popped into my mind.
Any more clues?
Congo Kinshasa.
I don't want to give too much because it will be too
Republic
obvious.
of Congo.
Okay,
the Congo.
He got it because I think
not Congo Brazzaville, right?
I think it's quite apparent with a lot of people, but also a lot of people do not know that because when you think about the Congo, everybody kind of associated with what poverty.
Yeah.
One, two. There's been a lot of like civil wars and terrible ongoings in those in that particular country, the Congo. So at the end of the day, is Congo poor or is it as wealthy as
most
we say it is?
No, most African countries are actually judged based on infrastructure. The way you look.
Is it just African countries?
It is the BBLs.
The world in general, right?
Yes, the world judge Africa.
That's how we classify it. First world country, third world country.
They look at us like, you're not beautiful. You understand? You need to have
the people or the infrastructure?
The infrastructure.
Okay.
Forget about the people. It is the infrastructure. The beautiful sights. And when we talk about Dubai,
exactly,
it's not the people, it's the infrastructure we see. China, same. Japan and all that. And the moment you mention Africa, the image people see, not the people.
Yeah.
It is the infrastructure. When they see your roads, your buildings, and so you can be as wealthy as you can, but as long as you're not that beautiful, you are not really fixed in the face, your shape is all over the place and blah 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 blah, then people don't consider you as a beautiful lady.
Yeah, all right.
But you have all the money.
I get the logic behind what you're saying. All right, before I come to you, let's just cut to the video. There was like a video that is going viral online about a guy being given food. I just want you guys to just see it for yourselves, right? And then we'll be back in a split second.
Something told me it was over. When I saw you and her.
Yeah.
Something deep down in my soul said, girl. When I saw you and that girl walking down.
No. Finish.
Ooh, I would rather go black.
All right, so you guys saw it for your own eyes. We might say it's just an isolated incident. It's just, that particular video that kind of like, generated this whole buzz. But I think it's way broader than that, right? Because it's not just in the Congo. Ghana, we have the same problem when it comes to minors. We call them galamsey, right? Unofficially approved by the government. So what's your take on this? Tell me about the video. Is the guy who's giving him scraps to blame? Or it's the entire Congolese or African way of doing things? Like, we do not take care of our people and this is what
I think the blame
results.
comes from both sides. I'll start from the indigene, the Congolese, the miners part. No matter what, you shouldn't stoop that low as a human being to eat someone's scraps, especially in your own country. But then again, you want to blame the entire system because the entire system has not made such a person to feel that they are important.
I'll cut you off. When you say the guy is to blame for accepting scraps, how is that? Because he's hungry.
Yes, because
Dude is hungry.
that is demeaning to you yourself as a human being.
But
So-
when you're hungry, though, do you think about dignity? You are
yeah,
hungry. You need to fill up
but
your
the
belly.
guy didn't look bony. It doesn't seem like he's a guy who doesn't have his daily bread. So if it's a war zone or something, that might be acceptable. But that guy probably came from home to work. No matter how bad his house looks like, he definitely has something to eat. So to do that, to go that low at work, I think as a human being, it's very demeaning to yourself. That's one part. But I think that people will be driven to such a point because the system doesn't have anything to support that kind of person. So he feels desperate, and so whatever.
Yeah, I
comes
just
his
don't
way-
want us to kind of generalize it too much. I'm just trying to focus on this picture. What would make this guy go for that scrap?
Yeah, that's where I'm coming to. So there's no the powers that be have not provided the environment for such a person to be able to take care of themselves. So maybe that is coming as a result of frustration. Maybe he has nothing on his own, and so he's at the mercy of
No,
anybody.
there is a little bit of
But let me
contradiction
ask this
here. Give me a
question.
sec. There's a bit of contradiction because if you say this guy doesn't look like somebody who is suffering, or like you're saying somebody coming from a war-torn
Right.
zone, but
Right.
then again you're saying the system hasn't provided him like means or ways
I'm saying
for
that
him to feed himself
yeah, I'm saying
adequately.
That, no, not to feed. I'm just saying that not to be able to take care of himself properly, in the sense that when I say that the powers have not been able to create that environment, which means that because of the way things are handled, people feel desperate, frustrated, and so anyone can come in and take advantage of such people because you don't have something and you always hear that somebody else has it. When the person comes into your space, that person automatically is a god. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have what to eat, but you see every other person outside your environment as above you. So even eating scraps from somebody, you think it is okay because in your mind that person is of a higher social status than you.
All right,
That's the point I was trying to
let's
make.
take
I want to take it from a different angle. My first question is, they work together, right? Or
I'm
they work
thinking
for-
he's probably his superior.
Like a supervisor or
Yeah.
something.
So usually, when you go to fields like that, they provide food,
Yeah.
right? So it's either he's not getting food from there, and he doesn't have money to buy food, and that's why he has to go stoop that low to get something to eat to survive for the day. That is one. Two, maybe he's not being paid well, right? So if you look at it, it is very dicey. You have to listen. If somebody is in a position where they need something to survive, they don't think about dignity.
or-
Yeah, you know. And we sitting back watching from afar, we just like, no, that is not. But it goes back again to structures. You understand? Structures. If the structures are there and a company comes in to mine or whatever, right? Whoever you employ,
Yeah.
you know that if you employ them, this and this you offer them. When they go to mine, they go to their fields. Yeah. This time you give them food, this and that and that. I don't think if it is well planned or structured, somebody like him would do that. That is where I come
Okay,
from.
I get it. I just want
it
us
is
to look
hard-
at the.
Let me. It is hard to actually point a finger at the one trying to give the guy's food to survive. You
That's what I'm
understand?
trying to look at the dichotomy here,
Yeah.
right? Number one,
What dichotomy?
dichotomy.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Boom.
Dichotomy. So the point I'm trying to make, if you look at the guy accepting the scraps,
Yeah.
right? Like you rightly said, he's working at a mine, so he's definitely getting paid. I do not know, but I think he's getting paid something.
He's definitely
Is that-
earning-
is that
that's
fair
why
to
he's
say?
there.
Is that
Definitely,
fair
if
to
you
say?
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my point. He's definitely so. Does he not have the means to get food on his own?
That's why I said
That's what
maybe
I'm
he's
saying.
not getting enough, or he's just. He's
even
a
if it-
glutton.
but
Listen,
even if
listen,
it's not
there are-
enough.
there are- listen, there are people who are naturally gluttons.
It doesn't
right?
matter if you're good or not. The
He-
point is that
he
even if
needs-
it's not enough, dude, you cannot afford to buy just like. Why would you take that scrap?
So
And
that-
it's a different thing even being given to you like in a bowl. Like our parents used to do
Yeah.
that, right? Your dad eats,
Yeah.
you go, you pick up the rest, you eat. But it was like it poured into a hat, a safety helmet.
Yeah, he needs food.
So
He
that's-
needs something to survive.
So that's what-
Okay, listen, we just looking from the video, right? We don't know whether he has eaten or not.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he needs food. They need to put the food somewhere.
Yeah, but they could have literally given him the bowl. I mean, there
Yeah,
was a bowl that they
exactly.
kind of like.
So
poured it out
that is
from.
where manners and stuff comes in. You, the one giving the person the food, do you trust the person enough to say, okay, take the food, eat. When you finish, give me back my bowl? Or you think that he will go eat your bowl on top? That is why you choose to pour the thing inside the helmet or whatever. And then from that one begging for the food or asking for the food, can't you find any other means to come back and take the food?
Possibly not. It's like a mining area.
Yeah, so ask for the bowl. By. Ask for the bowl, but don't give. Listen, I think he has done it before.
You don't think it's the first time, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's the first time.
I think for me, my final take on this, I think it's just this thing where generally Africans are looked down upon. I think it's a straight out similar situation where...
You see, I like to comment. I want you to finish, but this is where I always have a problem with. Because in this case, it's a choice you have to make.
But who took the video?
No, it's like Steven was saying.
Probably himself or probably somebody else.
Somebody else
was from top. So definitely,
so there is an intent there.
Yeah,
you understand? There's an intent because if we are colleagues, okay, you are higher than me position wise, and I come to you for food.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Why would you take videos to prove a point? So I agree with his point that it's coming from somewhere. There's an intent.
I get it, but my point that I'm trying to make, I understand that part that generally nobody can refute that. It's like Africans are looked down upon. It's a fact. But the point that I'm trying to make is, in this instance, right? I'm sure the guy, I don't even know how to put it. Like you said, could have had a better way of taking the food, right? Or kind of like, I just don't know how to put it. So should we really, I'm not going to say to blame or like, put somebody to fault, but who messed up? Is it the guy giving the food or the guy receiving the food?
I think
I will look at it like the guy giving the food he thinks he's probably trying to help this guy.
No, I think the one who fucked up is the one who's giving the food. Because I can come to you for something.
Yeah.
I need something. I need help. That is why I came. I'm vulnerable. You took advantage.
No, but do not forget that mantra. A beggar has no.
No, I don't have a choice.
Exactly.
So I get that.
But you don't have to take advantage
of it.
But how is he taking advantage?
So let me.
Because as a human being, you should give food to
people
in a normal, not in a hat.
Yeah, but he did not give it to me in a hat. The guy took his hat and brought it up to be put in it.
No, but he could have just handed
the bowl. But the guy could have also asked for it.
No, you don't. If you're giving something to someone and you're not intending to be condescending, you shouldn't even. So
on top of it, they're taking video.
If he pours the food into the car, what is he going to do with the bowl?
Exactly.
But this is what I'm saying. Still that at the end of the day, a beggar has no choice, right? You took your helmet up and then he poured the food.
No, but maybe
it might be condescending, but I'm just trying to look at it from both angles. That you cannot always blame the other side. The receiving end also got to kind of like stand up for his own.
I think they're for me. I think they're both to blame because
I'll give it 60-40.
Okay.
The one who gave the food and
60.
Yes.
Messed up 60%.
The reason is that one, they are taking video to show that this is what they are doing.
Yeah.
Right? Why would you? He could have equally just said, "Okay, take it, and I'll take a video that you're asking me for food."
Okay.
But the fact that he knows he's not going to give you the entire food in the bowl and taking a video and no, hold on.
I want to be the devil's advocate.
No, you be. Wait, let me land. I'll be the angel. Hold on. And then he decided to pour the thing because he knows that the moment, because the guy has no choice. He doesn't have anything. The hands will not be able to take that much. So you have to decide. I'm helping you. Okay, take it. When you finish, give me back my bowl. Because there's no way you're going to eat my bowl.
All right. So I'm playing devil's advocate.
Okay. Bring your devil's side out.
Saying, what if the guy also is taking the video thinking, hey, look here, we just do not come to Africa to rip these guys off, right? See, somebody wants I ate, I'm giving, part of my food.
But you don't get credit by
yeah, that kind of video is too
but this is what I'm saying, that I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. Okay, let's apply this logic. You see a homeless guy on the street, right? You're probably in a hurry, right? So you just quickly throw him.
No, I would never do that.
No, I'm not saying you will. I'm just saying I'm just playing devil's advocate. You're probably in a hurry, right? You got a meeting, something, whatever, right? You're in a hurry. So you just take it you just in and out. It's not throw it in a very negative way. Just because you're in a hurry, right? Somebody takes the video, right?
No, I know you are trying hard to play the devil's advocate here, but there are scenarios, right, where you find yourself in a corner where you cannot put the money in the person's cup, so you just drop it, or on the street, but the person is trying something traffic, you throw the money. Those things people can let it slide, but not when you sit at the top, the person is sitting at the down. I know it's your break time because there is no way you can be eating whilst you're working.
Yeah. Right.
So it takes you only maybe 5 minutes of your break time because you don't even eat anymore. You're just relaxing. So give the bowl to the person. On top of it, you are taking a video to post it. So there is a certain ill intent there.
Right. Can we unpack that? What kind of ill intent? What kind of message was he trying to send with that video?
What do you say?
I don't know the ethnicity or the race of the person, the giver of the food.
I think he's Chinese.
Okay, if he's Chinese.
I think if you listen to the back, he was saying lie, which means come. You got to listen again. I'm not really sure, but I think I heard that.
I can't completely say what the if the video is genuine or whatever. But what I can say is based. And I don't want to base it fully on other incidents, but we've seen countless videos of Chinese, especially in Africa, maltreating the Africans. This is evident. There is evidence out there. There was a case where they kept their workers in a room. They were accommodating them in a room where they had a toilet, the kitchen, and everything in the bedroom, and there were no windows, no ventilation. And in another video, a Chinese employee was like whipping his African employees because they did something wrong. And so it's not just that there have been many, like I said, I don't want to base this video on those other incidents, but then again, you can say that based on what we have seen in other videos, it is like, and people, if you go to some social media channels in China, some people actually take some of these videos and they post it on Chinese
and the abuse you get
to mock Africa. BBC made a documentary I think a year or two ago. There was a guy in Africa who was going to villages, putting kids together, wearing shoddy clothes and saying derogatory words in Chinese and posting it on Chinese social media and making money. BBC, in collaboration with an African lady who had studied or lived in China before, who spoke Chinese, they actually tracked the guy. The documentary is online. We can go see it. They tracked him to one of the African countries, and they actually went to catch him. And they brought in the government's authorities to come and take him away. I think he was put in court or something.
Deported or something.
So when you see all these things, it's very, I'm not saying it's the same thing, but it's very easy to conclude that this is the intention of the photo taker.
Yeah.
How on earth would you allow foreigners to come into your country to exploit your own people and at the same time insult the entire black people of this world?
China, over the last few years, it's become a thing to send personalized greeting videos via social media and messaging apps. Happy birthday. Good luck in your exams. Congrats on your wedding. These videos typically sell for anything between $10 and $70 US. Susu, the man Henry had found in the village near Njewa, and Lu Ke, the man I'd been tracking online, appeared to be the same guy. This was progress. Henry and I watched the footage, excited to find out more about the man we'd been tracking for months. Paul had to tread carefully, so he started with some general questions about Susu's video-making business.
最高峰的时候呢，最厉害的时候，
我最高的记录啊，一天拍380个。
All right, my position right now
so
is
bring
that,
out your devil now.
Exactly, that's what you said. 40% of the fault or the messed up part comes from the recipient, right? Okay, so I want to hear that part. How is he messing up? How did he mess up?
First and foremost, you have to know your surroundings, right? You know the people you are working for, and asking them for stuff. Definitely, I know them. The videos, we've seen it, we know. So I don't think they know much because our people are a bit gullible and we are open, right? Africans are naturally like that. We respect people and that, I think that is where I blame him a little bit. You don't go to somebody you know that quote unquote, doesn't like you much or respect you much for food. And the way he was offering you the food should tell you that, hey, he's not prepared to even help you. On top of it, there's a camera. And he can see, he saw it. If you watch the video, he looked at the guy that was giving, and then like, the other guy behind. You know, so he should have acted fast, said, no, this is a wrong move. You understand? I've been in situations here trying to take picture, and because they don't even understand what you're saying, they say stuff. The moment you say stuff, I walk away from you. You don't get the opportunity anymore.
So the last part that I'm going to be playing the role for the devil's advocate is, would it have been absolutely like better if the guy had not given any food at all to the recipients, to this African miner, to this Congolese miner?
I think
the scraps could be sitting, but not give it to him at all. Would that have been like, you know, a better thing to do, for me, or giving it to him in the helmet? If
he was not going to give it to him in a respectable way, he might as well not give it to him, because it's kind of like feeding a dog, but you don't treat a fellow human being like that.
Exactly.
If you intend to help me and you don't want to help me in a respectable way, then you might as well just don't help me. It's like I'm walking and I fall down, and instead of helping me up, you are pulling my finger. You're actually hurting me more.
Listen, the guy could have given the food, the bowl, the food in the bowl, and then still take a picture.
Right.
We will still complain, right? We will, why? But then we can cut them some slack. Right? Because it happens. People give people food to eat and they take videos and stuff. There wouldn't be any problem. But the manner in which you give the person the food, and the way the person was receiving the food, it's just, I have dogs. I don't give my dogs food like that.
Yeah, last take. So, I mean, I understand exactly what he's saying, but at the end of the day, we have to also look at it from an angle of, even though they're like different factions, taking, like you're saying, in charge of different concessions, the mining team, or where the video is coming from, right? Are they licensed to do whatever it is they're doing? Right?
How can they be licensed when there is?
But this is what I'm saying. So
all over the place.
But that's what I'm saying. So how do they get into the country, get the machinery, get the locals to work for them? In like, it's an open like space, right? Mining,
open field, like,
so somebody's in charge. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter how much you try to like justify, make it make sense that they're rebels, they're like gangsters and everything. These are still local. So that's what I'm saying. And I also look at it like, why don't you get your act together, right? Because it's 2024. Whether it's complicated, it's sophisticated, it's you know, complex, nobody really cares. It's like, at the end of the day, it's your country. People who are running it are locals, whether they be influenced from outside. I think every country has some sort of like, you know, what's the word again? Some sort of interference.
Interference.
So you have to get you the local, whether you gangsters or rebels, you can all come together and say, yo, this is our country, this is our motherland.
That's
right?
why I asked,
let's try to
right? Rebels, youngsters, they never come together.
Exactly. What is their aim? What is the aim?
But that's my goal. An outsider would say, it doesn't matter, rebels, whatever, these are still your own people. So if you allow foreigners to treat your locals like this, then why are you pointing fingers at the foreigners?
As long as it remains like that.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying.
As long as it remains like that, we cannot point a finger at those people.
At the foreigners,
because
like
they'll say it is yours. You need to protect your own stuff.
I feel like you said, both sides messed up. The recipients and the giver both. But we're just here to give our opinions as usual. So thank you for sticking with us. Do subscribe as usual, and we do really, really appreciate you guys for taking the time out to watch our videos. Thank you very much. DLS Wave here. What's that?
Abanabu.
All right, safe. See you on the next episode.